think. Oh, we actually need to talk about something. I've just remembered that there's something really important that we need to talk about in regards to Carlos Sainz. I don't know if you've heard this potential news. So apparently, and I don't know how true this is, Christian Horner has been inquiring to Williams about the potential of taking Carlos Sainz. And the way this would work, obviously Carlos Sainz is going to Williams, but supposedly they're looking at taking Carlos Sainz with a view to Williams then using Franco Colapinto. How do you feel about that? I mean, that would be absolutely bonkers, wouldn't it? Again, I don't know how true that is. They're just rumor mills at the minute, aren't they? You're at work, so you're definitely not living the dream if you're at work. Unless you love your job so much that, it's an absolute delight, which is, possible, isn't it? I mean, it would be crazy, but if they've gone and said, hey, you've got Franco Colapinto, how would you feel if Carlos Sainz didn't sign for you and we took him? And you used Franco? It'd be like, here's the thing though, Franco Colapinto is good and he's done well, but Carlos Sainz is a race winner. That's a different mentality. He's a race winner, and you'd have to say that Sainz is better for Williams than Colapinto, because Sainz has the experience of all the top teams, developing a car, race winner. I'm not sure Williams would want to give that up. So we'll see. Hot cash, hot Saturday cash. I love that, Kev. Well, we'll do this sprint, and then my mum's meant to be coming round. Been dashing around this morning, and then I'm going for a few beers. And then, if all goes to plan, tomorrow we've got to pop round to Joe's friends early in the morning, and then I'm hopefully going to get a little bit of golf in with some friends before the race. So, busy. Which would be a delight. Imagine Carlos Sainz again with Max Verstappen. I mean, Max would wipe the floor with him. Listen, I think Sainz is better than Perez. I still think Max would beat Sainz comfortably. Now, you have to remember they've been teammates before. Okay? And if memory serves me right, it was pretty close between them. But they're different. Both of them are different drivers now. Max has got so much more experience. He's a different driver to what he was back then. And you'd be going into his team. So I don't think Sainz would come close to I don't think Sainz would come close to Verstappen, but Joe Guan Yu and Lance Stroll pit lane start. And Fernando Alonso. Joe Guan Yu, right, is not doing very well, is he? He's not doing very well. Because, I mean, he's bang last again, but he was miles behind his teammate, Valtteri Bottas, yet again. Yeah, it's not good. God, Ollie Behrman looks so young. In that picture, he's just so young. I mean, George Russell still has silky smooth skin. Charles Leclerc looks more rugged, but I mean, how old's George Russell? 26, so he's still very young. If McLaren have a similar race pace to what they did in qualifying, then it'll be I mean, they'll smash away from everyone, and it'll be a pretty good indictment or pretty good showing of what the race will have tomorrow. Oh, I've got to take my tablets. Hold on. Juice, how you doing? Actually, I'll put this here for. There we go. For anyone that wants it. Yeah, I think it's 8 for first, down to 8 points for first, down to 1 point for eighth, I think. Well, this has been the consensus since FP1 that Ferrari still have the best race pace, but McLaren will have the best qualifying car. However, we've seen this now for so many races. We saw it again in Mexico. That McLaren car comes alive halfway through the race. Essentially, when it burns off fuel, it becomes a rocket ship. It's so much quicker than the other cars in the second phase of the race. So it's quick in qualifying on low fuel, and then when it burns off fuel, it's really quick. So you won't necessarily see that in, maybe not so much in the sprint, but in the race, you notice that difference. And so Ferrari might have good race pace, but that McLaren is still rapid at the end of races. Ah. Egg. So we don't really know how quick Max is going to be, but I mean, it's going to be a good idea of what to expect tomorrow. I mean, I think Verstappen might struggle to stay ahead of well, he's already behind one Ferrari. I think he's going to end up behind both Ferraris, would be my gut instinct, but I don't think he's going to end up behind George Russell. I don't think Mercedes are going to have the pace. But also, one thing we haven't talked about, Oscar Piastri. I was trying to make a play on words there. Oscar Piastri snuck it on pole out of nowhere. Miles behind his teammate on pretty much every lap, and then out of nowhere, just stuck it on pole. I think Lando was expecting to get pole. I don't think he thought his teammate was going to beat him. So he has said, though, that he will now, since they've had that chat, he will play the team game because of the championship. And if he's asked to move over for Lando, he will. He doesn't want to, but he will. So they're lining up on the grid. The old, the last of the cars on the grid, because there's 3 starting from the pits. So, green flag. Show us the lights. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Go. It was a good start for Piastri. Looked like a good start for Max as well. Max doesn't quite make it work. He tried, but Max, I think, was trying there. He did get past initially, past Charles Leclerc, but Leclerc hung it round the outside. I think Lewis dropped, but yeah, Lewis has dropped down to 14th. He had a terrible start. A terrible start. It didn't look like his initial launch was bad, but some sort of nightmare for him. Max all over the back of Charles Leclerc. Oh, Charles Leclerc went deep into the S's. Max is going to have DRS on him. He's too far back, though. Hmm. Yeah, Hulkenberg is ahead of Behrman. Hmm. Interesting. Oh, Max is well within DRS now. Is he? No, 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 no. He's not. Oh. He's going to be passed, though, down into turn 4. He's going to breeze past into turn 4, I think. Oh, he didn't. He didn't send it. That is unlike Max. I thought he was going to send it on him there. Hmm. You know the game. What does that mean? A lot of field spread already. A lot of field spread already. As Charles Leclerc just puts in the fastest lap of the race out of nowhere. Yeah, good start for them. Hamilton had a really good start, so something must have. Oh, the two Hasses stormed it down the inside, and he just got pinched. Cars just breezed past him through the center S's. I think Lewis was way, way, way too what's the word? Way too passive on that start. He lost out big time because he wasn't aggressive enough. God, big lockup from Max there into the first corner. No, that's Lewis Hamilton's car. That wasn't George. I think Leclerc's now pulled out of DRS. He has. Oh, George Russell goes off into turn 1. Hmm. But I don't think he's in trouble from behind. I do feel like Ferrari have got pace here, though. Oh, thank you, Joe. Got Some bagels, cream cheese. Don't mind me, guys. Just having some lunch. George Russell is struggling. Same as Lewis Hamilton. Max is back within DRS. And Charles Leclerc is almost within DRS of Norris as well. This is getting really close. Lando is implying that they spoke about switching positions, or at least that's the implication. Norris is actually out of DRS now. McLaren are not playing this very smart at all. Not for the first time. Hmm. Hmm. I understand it from Piastri's perspective, but at the same time, yeah. Norris, you know, could be under pressure here. Hamilton hasn't got past the Williams yet of Colapinto. I mean, that's not good, is it? Good move from Sergio. It's a nice move. This is so close at the front. Hmm. So they told Piastri to give Lando DRS. Hmm. I mean, at the end of the day, if Lando finishes first, he gains 1 extra point, which might not seem like a lot, and it isn't. However, when you've got 47 points to gain back in 5 races, 1 is actually, couldn't make the difference. I mean, Nico Hulkenberg gave that position up, as far as I'm concerned. I mean, he offered that up on a plate. What the hell? It's all right, CB. Not any chaos, really. We've got a real fight at the front here. 4 cars, all within DRS. But so far, not been any chaos. Apparently. I'm just gobbling down some bagels. Something's definitely going to happen here. Sainz just doesn't have the pace to keep up with this gaggle of cars. Sergio Perez started behind Lewis Hamilton, by the way. Just so we're clear, Hamilton fell back on the start, is now in 14th. Perez is up to 9th. So, and we know we'd give Perez shit. So, Lewis deserves some as well, because he went backwards at the start, was way too passive, and now, he's just not made any progress at all. Max is going to get past Charles Leclerc here, surely. Oh, so close. I think if it wasn't for Mexico last weekend, he would have sent it on Charles Leclerc. I really think that. If it wasn't for Mexico, I genuinely believe that Max would have sent it already. You can almost see the move that he would have done, and yet he's backed out of it. Verstappen complaining about Charles Leclerc's mistakes. Yeah. The mistake, though, through the center S's, I think, actually helped Charles Leclerc that last time, because he slowed down Verstappen behind him. So what else we got going on here? Russell holding station in 6th. He's pulled away from Gasly, but can't keep up with Russell. Perez is now behind Liam Lawson in DRS. 2 Hasses running really well. Hamilton has dropped out of DRS of the two Williams cars. Bloody hell. He's having an absolute shocker. Absolute howler for Lewis. I mean, Russell's pace isn't great, but... 5 o'clock UK time is the race tomorrow. I'll just double check that. Yeah, 5 o'clock. I won't be here for qualifying later today. But I mean, I imagine it'll be much of the same. Fernando Alonso. Yeah, but they raised the Mercs because of obviously all the bouncing and what have you. But still, I mean, it's not good, is it? At least Russell's holding in 6th place, but Hamilton can't even get past a Williams. I mean, it's a bit of a joke, isn't it? So, I can only assume that Oscar Piastri is going to let Lando Norris past right at the end of the race. Sidebar, this battery graphic on Sky is nonsense. There's no way they can know the battery levels of these cars. There's absolutely no way. It's complete conjecture. They show in like the amount of battery, but that's nonsense. Yeah, they're just going to hold the positions until the last lap. There we go. That's what they're going to do. They're just going to hold it right now, not do any funny business, and then the last lap they'll switch them around. Which makes sense. No, there isn't any public-facing sensor for the batteries. I have seen how they do these AWS things. It's just like very clever algorithms. So it's not, because they do it with like tire life as well. As they're driving around, they go, "Oh, this person has 50% tires left." It's all nonsense. It's just algorithms that are trying to work out as best they can. Oh, Perez going past Liam Lawson, locks up into turn 1. That's embarrassing. Obviously the teams will have the battery levels, but there's no way that would be public, because other teams would then know, oh, the guy we're fighting has no battery. That's not public facing information. AWS just use like very clever algorithms to try and work it out, as I understand it. Now, they might be reasonably accurate, but they're not. They're certainly not 100%. Oh, Max is all over the back of Charles Leclerc here. He's going to be past him down into turn 4. There's no way Charles Leclerc can defend this. No way. Yeah, Max is past. But that doesn't mean anything, Tilbo. Again, you don't know the amount of battery. You don't know the amount of harvesting. They can turn harvesting on in the car when they're saving. It's not like the Formula 1 game where harvesting means they're below a certain percent. They harvest around the lap. So that doesn't tell you how much battery they're on. It's not a public-facing figure. It's just complete guesswork. Well, I should say it's educated guesswork. There's obviously incredibly smart people making incredibly complex algorithms to try and work that out, but it's not, you know, they're not accurate figures. Charles Leclerc has dropped back off Max Verstappen. Like, what the hell? Max went past and Charles Leclerc's already like half a second out of DRS. I'm really disappointed with the pace of... I'm really disappointed with the pace of the Ferraris. I thought the Ferrari pace would be much better in race trim, and it's not. Which means we might not be in for a particularly exciting race tomorrow. It feels like McLaren have got themselves... You know, they're just fighting themselves tomorrow. Lewis Hamilton passes Colapinto. Oof. Wait, Albon is ahead. Albon is ahead of both Haas cars as well. Did I miss that? Did we see Albon getting past both Haas cars? Ooh. That was close with Liam Lawson and Perez. Well, there's smoke coming out of the back of that Haas. I think there's smoke coming out of the back of... Is it Hulkenberg's Haas? Oh, Colapinto through the S's. Oof. Yeah, Nico out. Nico out. I mean, I saw it. I'm surprised the commentators didn't see it. Honestly. Some sort of exhaust engine issue. Something like that. You could see the smoke coming out of it. Has he got it going again? It's only 2 laps, well, 3 laps. Yeah, well, safety car does ruin Norris because they won't be able to switch positions. I'll be honest, they should do it now. Yeah, they are. They are. Yeah. They lost a lot of time doing that, but it was the right thing to do in case there's a safety car. It was that smart play, but they lost a lot of time doing it to the point where Max is now in DRS of Piastri. They didn't do it very, very, very well. But it was smart to do it. They were concerned there might be a safety car, and so it makes sense. Because if there was a safety car, Lando wouldn't have been able to overtake him. But here's the problem now. In doing that, they've put Max right behind Oscar. And so Max might now get second place. Virtual safety car. That's going to end the race. Oh, Max is annoyed. Max is annoyed. I'll be honest, I don't think that needed a virtual safety car. I think, honestly, they could have ended that under double yellows in that corner. As Karun said, it's not an overtaking point. It's a slow part of the circuit. They didn't need, I don't think, to call the VSC there. I think they could have just held double yellows under that section of the circuit for 3 laps. So... I mean, Piastri isn't going slowly. I think Max is just telling them to look out for it in case. This race isn't going to restart anyway. It's not... I don't think it's going to restart. Oh, it's going to go green, guys. So there's going to be like a... Well... Ending. It's ending. Max is right next to Oscar. No. Something must have been wrong there. Max went too soon then. I mean, Max didn't go past him, I don't think. Max had to back out. Well, Lando is going to win. Yeah, Max is going to finish third. He's not going to have enough to get Piastri over the line. Verstappen finishes third. And the Ferraris will... Sainz was way off, wasn't he? Charles Leclerc fought for a little bit, but... Yeah, I was really disappointed with the pace of the Ferraris. Lewis is driving Senna's car later today, Juice. After qualifying, he's driving it, I believe. No, I won't be here from that, but it is going to be live on YouTube if you want to watch it. On the F1 Formula 1 channel, it will be live. So I won't be here for qualifying, for the main race qualifying. I thought Ferrari were going to be a lot better on race pace, but they weren't. They just weren't. Maybe they'll be better tomorrow, but yeah. Yeah, Ferrari were surprisingly slow. You could tell Oscar's not happy with... I think you could tell Oscar's not happy with having to move over, and I can completely understand that. He's not going to be jumping around about it, is he? But... But there you go. It's 2 points. He takes 2 points off Max Verstappen in the sprint race. I mean, you've got to take him where you can, haven't you? If you think about it, let's say Hold on. Let me have a look here. So the drivers' standings currently. Max is on 362 points. And Lando's on 315, which means there's a gap of 47. Now, if Lando was able to win the race, he would gain 25 points tomorrow. If Max was able to be held to at least, the worst position of third, then that would be a 10-point gain for Lando on him. Plus the 2 points, that would be 12 points. That would take the gap down to about 35, which is still a lot. With 3 races to go. Because after this weekend, you've got Qatar, Vegas, and Abu Dhabi. So yeah, I mean, it was terrible from Lewis, wasn't it? The only way Max wins this title, in my opinion, is a Max DNF in one of the last 4 races. The stewards are going to anticipate a virtual safety car infringement. Max did look like he went very early. I wonder if he got past. I'm going to rewind my feed. Hold on. See if I can see. I wonder if he actually made it past. It looked like he was going past him. But maybe... Hold on. Let's have a... So virtual safety car ending. He didn't go past. He didn't go past him. I can confirm he didn't go past his front axle. So he didn't pass under the virtual safety car. The only question is whether he messed his delta. Because much like the Formula 1 game, the drivers will get a delta that they have to adhere to. Now, if he's gone past his delta because he's gone too soon, then that could be a potential infringement. But he didn't pass under virtual safety car. Because I'm looking now, and he definitely didn't. He got to his rear axle, backed out, and then it went green. So I think Max will be fine with that. He's tried to anticipate it. I don't think there'll be any... like I say, the only way he could be in trouble is if he went over his delta. That would be the only way. But I don't think... I think he'll be fine. He'll be fine. Right. That's it for me today. Like I say, I won't be here for qualifying, but I'll be back tomorrow for the race. If I don't see you, have a lovely rest of your weekend, and I will see you tomorrow at 5 o'clock for the main Grand Prix. Goodbye.